Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today, Sonic has had a tough history ever since his jump to 3D. If you're a Sonic fan, then you've unfortunately heard that way too many times. Although, there are two aspects of the series which are, for the most part, very good. The first is the 2D games, the Genesis Classics, the Advance and Rush series. There was no other 2D Sonic games that I could think of. Why would Sega ever make a Sonic 4? What? And two, the fan games. Hear me out. If you're not used to Sonic, then this may seem weird, but the fan games are better than some official games like Sonic Forces. Not a very high bar, but still very good. I mean, they're not all good, but, there's a lot of good fan games out there for Sonic. Now, what if we combine the classic 2D Sonic games with a great fan game developer? Well, that would be crazy and a good use for, 15 minutes. Sonic Mania started as a fan project led by the talented Christian Whitehead, eventually getting published as an official Sonic title in 2017. That means that this game is, around the same age as my channel. It also means that my channel is a little older than Forces. I won't mention Forces, though. So, the first thing you see when you boot up this game is... oh yeah, this is great. Admire for too long though, and this cartoon starts playing, and this is amazing. Beautifully animated. They really should make a Sonic cartoon. Okay, a second one. Wait, no, a third one? Ugh, just one with this art style, it's what I mean to say. I also just love how this elevator, it skips Sonic 4, kind of acting like it doesn't exist. Kind of just like the fan base would. It's pretty funny. I guess that makes this the true Sonic 4. As long as we can forget the other Sonic 4 games. Let me just say that this game is pure bliss. It controls exactly how it should, rewarding with speed but being precise with platforming. And even adds new moves to the moveset. Like with Sonic's new drop dash move, which I can't play without. I rely on it too much. Also the music. Oh, the music. The music is superb. Each zone has great music. I could listen to Studiopolis Act 1's OST for hours. Lights, camera, action. Thank you T. Lopes for crafting this masterful soundtrack. I thank you. Also, the animations in this game, oh, chef's kiss, beautiful. From the idle and running animations to even the zone transitions, everything in this game is eye candy. Unlike other Sonic games, this game has other modes, like time trials, where you race through as quickly as possible, a competitive mode, which I haven't played because I have no friends, and encore mode, which I'll get to later. But the main mode is Mania mode, which is your standard single-player campaign. Choose your save file or play without one, then you'll be off. There are 13 zones in Sonic Mania, 12 traditional zones with 2 acts, each featuring different landscapes, obstacles, and enemies, and one final zone. If you have all the Chaos Emeralds, it's basically just the final fight of the game. That means that this game is the longest 2D Sonic game with 25 acts. Unless you count Sonic Colors. Unfortunately though, most zones are returning from older games. 8 out of the 13 zones are returning, like Green Hill, because of course it has Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, and Flying Battery Zone, to name a few. Fortunately, the returning zones feel different. The first act may feel or be the same, but the second tries something new. For instance, Chemical Plant Zone. The first act is almost identical to the one from Sonic 2, but in Act 2, they add a new mechanic like these syringes and the bouncy slime, which differentiate it and makes it feel refreshing and new, even though it's technically an old stage. But Gibson, I hear you asking, what about the story? There can't be a Sonic game without a story, just like a Sonic game can't be slow and make you wait for long periods of time and just do nothing. And to that I reply, I'm getting to that. So, the story this time is that Sonic and crew travel back to Angel Island Zone from Sonic 3 to find Dr. Eggman and his new henchmen, the Hard-Boiled Heavies, stealing the Phantom Ruby. The Phantom Ruby transports Sonic and his gang to the zones from past and new areas never before seen, as the Blue Blur collects Chaos Emeralds to stop Eggman. That's about it. Not a very confusing plot, but that's good for a Sonic game. Quickly, before diving deep into the zones and everything, I want to grace over the characters. We, of course, have Sonic, the fast one, who can also bring Tails with him, if he wants. Tails that can fly, and Knuckles that can glide and climb. There are also two characters that you get when you buy the Plus DLC. Mighty the Armadillo, who can slam themselves into the ground, and Ray the Flying Squirrel, who can fly like Mario with a cape feather. Starting out in Green Hill Zone, and yeah, even though you can play this stage in 5,000 different games, it's still fun. Although the blur on the backgrounds when going really fast kinda hurts my eyes, and the Act 1 boss kinda sucks, but it's still a blast. Chemical Plant Zone is next, and it's a jam. The music, the setting, and the Act 2 boss fight is legitimately just a game of Mean Bean Machine. This is awesome. Studiopolis Zone is our first new zone, and it's great. The music is amazing, and the design is awesome. This is the best new zone in the game. Even the bosses are unique. Act 2's fight is a bit weaker, but it's still very good. Flying Battery Zone is alright. It wasn't one of my favorites from Sonic and Knuckles, and this game doesn't change that. Also, the bosses suck. We have Star Wars Trash Compactor and an annoying spider robot. Cool. Press Garden Zone is cool. Get it? Because there's ice. Please laugh. I like the concept of exploring a newspaper factory, and the bosses aren't half bad. Stardust Speedway isn't terrible. I mean, the Metal Sonic fight is super cool, but it's really the only thing that makes the zone's inclusion worthwhile to me, really. Hydro City Zone got a 60% on its math test. Not good, but it'll do. The second act fight is just a copy, and that's no good. Mirage Saloon Zone is pretty good. We get to see Fang, Bean, and Bark again. That's cool. Unfortunately, I don't like the tornado section in Act 1 when playing as Sonic and Tails. Oil Ocean was not one of my favorites either, but Act 2 has an interesting smoke gimmick, which is annoying, but interesting. Lava Reef Zone is kind of an odd choice for this game. Honestly, it's not one of the better stages from Sonic and Knuckles. I originally thought it was from Sonic CD. It's not really all that great. Honestly, I think this is probably the low point in the game. Lava Reef Zone is really not that good. Metallic Madness is pretty good, actually. Flying into the background is neat, and the tiny characters in Act 2 are adorable. If anyone lays a finger on Tiny Tails, I will find you. Titanic Monarch Zone is too long. They just kept going and going, and the bosses aren't even good. Finally, if you got all 7 Chaos Emeralds and beat the Titanic Monarch, then you go to the Egg Reverie Zone. The final boss is kind of just okay, actually. We have Eggman and the head of the hard-boiled heavies fighting for the Phantom Ruby, and you have to stop them both. If you hit one of them, they drop it so the other one can pick it up, rinse and repeat until bam, credits. That's not all for Mania mode, there's still one thing left to discuss. The special stages in Sonic Mania are very good. When you pass by a checkpoint with 25 or more rings and you jump into the sparkles, you are treated to a game of blue spheres. In my opinion, not as good as Half Pipe from Sonic 2, blue spheres is still fun. If you happen to win a game of blue spheres, you will get one of these medallions or medals, which I'll talk about later. But if you find one of these giant rings, then you have the opportunity to chase a UFO for one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. It is not only necessary to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds to get to the Egg Reverie Zone, but it is also fun to chase the UFOs. Way better than it was in Sonic CD. For $7.99 Canadian, you can buy the Plus DLC for Sonic Mania. And, oh yeah, it's worth it. Not only do you get 2 new characters to play as, Mighty and Ray, but you also get the Encore mode, with updated and slightly tweaked versions of the original stages. Like, look, they have a new color palette. Encore mode is the same story and zones, but this time, instead of lives, you have your friends. You play as a random duo of 2 characters. If you die, another character replaces them. If you run out of characters, game over. I mean, it's not bad. I guess it's also a little different too. The color palettes are slightly different between versions, and instead of the tornado section in Act 1 of Mirage Saloon, we play the Knuckles level. Also, they changed the special stages to this pinball game, which is good for picking up shields. Before I end this off, there's still one thing left to mention. Remember the medals that you got from Blue Sphere? Well, those medals can unlock new options and features. You can unlock new move sets for Sonic, letting him to do the Super Peel Out from CD, and Mid-Air Attack from 3 and Knuckles. There are also 2 features I want to spotlight. One being debug mode, which allows you to bug the game and act like you're a developer and just put things anywhere. The other being and Knuckles mode, making it so Knuckles is your companion in every level, even if you play as Knuckles. Even though some zones are only alright, and some of the bosses are lame, and sheer length makes it annoying to replay, 6 or 7 times for a YouTube video, I loved every minute of this. Sega, please hire Christian Whitehead to use this game engine and make a sequel. Please, it will make so much money and so many people happy. Or I guess you could just port, Christian Whitehead's version of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 to consoles, because surprised those haven't been, brought to consoles and are stuck on mobile. Please, you own these games, you can bring them to consoles, Sega. I will buy them. I need another way to play Sonic 1 and 2. Or you could just hire Christian Whitehead to remake, I don't know, maybe the Advance or Rush games and put them in a collection. I'd like to play that on a console. Yeah, the Rush trilogy. I have hope for the Sonic franchise. Just please let Frontiers be good. But the future will be even brighter if I see a sequel to Sonic Mania. But without a doubt, this is the true Sonic 4. It not only continues the story in a natural way, but it introduces new zones and characters. Even the elevator says so. It goes 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and then 4. Or as Sega calls it, Mania. Isn't it sort of crazy that, in my opinion, the best thing to happen to the Sonic series was a fan creation and not even made in-house at Sega? That's kind of crazy, actually. That kind of shows you the quality of Sega as a company. It isn't really surprising though. Sega, you know, made the Werehog, so what can I expect? Wow, playing Sonic Mania really put me in a mood to play more Sonic games. What other Sonic games do I have? Never mind, I'm more in a LEGO Star Wars mood anyways.